G'day, welcome yourselves back to War Thunder on the dev server, part 2. The dev server has been updated and it's also extended. Apparently they've opened it up for a few more days, so it'll allow us to feature more bugs and obviously test some more things. As per usual, everything is subject to change, you know the drill here, and obviously, while it is exciting that the F-14 is coming, we're going to showcase a couple of new things and showcase what I missed in the last video. Sadly, the aircraft showcased in last video, particularly the LIM 5P and the Premium Stuka, have yet to surface on the dev server. However, some new aircraft models have appeared in the game files, with the form of the TBF-1C has a new updated visual model. The Russian I-15 Biz and the Chinese I-15 Biz both have their models updated, and the Avenger Mark II has also had its model updated as well, so they all look pretty snazzy. One of the Finnish aircraft in the Swedish tech tree got a new edition of a 20mm MG151. This replaces the 12.7mm machine gun and gives you access to 120 rounds of cannon. All of the MiG-23s and the MiG-27s have been transferred to the new suspended weaponry editor system. This allows for more custom loadouts for these particular Russian aircraft. Speaking of custom loadouts, all of the F4 Phantoms in the game have had, well, transferred to the new suspended weaponry editor system and now have customizable loadouts as stock. The F4J can now mount AIM-7 missiles to the inboard wing pylons, and the F4E is now able to carry up to 6 AGM-65 missiles. The Japanese F4EJ Kai gets AIM-7 E2s replaced with the AIF-7Fs. Both versions of the Su-6, the AN-42 and the M7-1F have had their aircraft armour updated, and thus increasing their total armour capacity. The J1N1 and the Ki-45 TIE have switched places in the tech tree, the G50s have been moved out of the folder with the CR-42, and the C-200 Series 3 and the Series 7 have been grouped and moved to rank 2. And unfortunately, the Sagittario, for some strange reason, has moved up to rank 6 in between the G91R1 and above the G91YS. This means that the number of required aircraft to open rank 7 in Italian aviation has been increased from 3 to 4. The F222 has been moved to the location after the Martin 167, and the NC223 and the MB174A has switched places. Also, they keep fucking with the Vulcan cannon sound, which has a new sound effect yet again. Russia gets access to War Thunder's first kind of napalm bomb. Yep, that's right, it's not in the modification screen here, but it is under the secondary weapons screen, as you can see. Well, there it is. Weapons test, napalm bomb, and this is what it looks like. Burning. And this is what it looked like when you drop it on the ground unit. May you burn in hell, ADATS. Also in the game files, a strange thing in the PKG cockpits _aircrafts. There is an A6E listed in the entries. Maybe we'll get this as an event vehicle sometime in the future, who knows. The only other change to ground forces was the fact that the M1 Abrams, specifically the Australian Abrams, now has its markings the correct way round. Other than that, I'm not seeing any other distant changes on the patch notes, which is quite interesting. So, that means that potentially there is now naval fleet damage model and characteristic and weaponry changes as well, which we'll go over for about a minute. From what the naval nerds tell me, we're getting fundamentals changed to how shrapnel works, and armour degradation and return of hull break at the same time. Classic naval match DM overhaul every single patch. For Blue Water ships, they brought back hull break, which is extremely inconsistent, and they added armor degradation mechanic to all Blue Water ships. Both of these screenshots were taken after several salvos. As I'm not a naval player, I can't really bore you with the footage of that. But the other important change, at least as I can see, some ships have received seaplanes. Gajan, when are we able to play the seaplanes as regular aircraft? From reading the patch notes, which are linked in the description down below, the only other notable change is the fact that all boats are now able to fight fire, repair and pump water when the crew number is critically low. I'm not going to bother with any of the other naval changes. On the dev server there's also 2 new maps, Abandoned Town, location for mixed battles, and Southeastern City, a location for aircraft battles only. And I can't seem to get any queues or custom battles or even custom missions to work with the new maps, so I can't really showcase them here. We'll have to wait probably till the live server. In terms of sounds, they can't help themselves but change the sound design every single update. In ground vehicles, they now have new updates, except for some of the newer vehicles who already had new vehicle sounds. Special emphasis has been made on the naturalness of sounds from both inside and outside of the vehicles. Most of them sound like V8 hot rods and clunky old bathtubs. So, you know, here is a collection of sounds. Right, your ear holes have been pleased and hopefully they are tickled. That is it for the changes on the dev server, at least the second opening. Hopefully there'll be more content in the future. You have been updated. That's it. Off you fuck. Goodbye. It's been a pleasure. And if you want to see or have a look at some of the other changes, please do check out the forum in the description down below. My name is Ash, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheerio. Bye-bye.